y'all? We back with another conversation with my pudding pop Marissa and a new face, my boy D'Angelo. You know, normally I would start these videos off with my thesis statement talking about, the topic of conversation. But per usual, we got off topic and off task. We were supposed to be talking about gender roles. But anywho, randomly, I was watching a show and this clip fits the conversation so perfectly. So I'm going to just start it off with this little clip. Then we're going to slide into the conversation and I'm going to holler at y'all after.
The more money she's made, the less valuable I am.
That's a very strong statement.
That's how I feel, though. When I was working, I had the freedoms to do the things that I wanted to with my own money.
Okay. What changed?
When I stopped working, I didn't intentionally say that I'm just going to be the stay-at-home dad, but I mean, we more and more relied on me being at home.
Okay, that sounds like a lot of responsibility.
It is. I work harder now than I did when I was an engineer.
Well,
and I get less respect and less reward.
What does that mean?
That I literally have absolutely no decisions in anything to do with money. She definitely devalues what I do for the house rather than what I used to do for employment.
But women have been doing it forever. Women who are stay at home with their kids, they have to ask for money, they have to ask for allowance, they have to ask for access.
Honey, a lot of the women that are in my position end up like miserable and getting out of their relationship. And I tell you these
What
things.
about the ones that don't?
I did it.
Success.
Oh, I see the little thing over there too. Okay, we rolling. I just don't like how this thing keep cutting me off. It's making me look like an artificially intelligent creation. I don't like that. I stepped the first pass. Damn it. Okay, so like I'm glitching and shit. I don't like it. Anyway, any fucking way. Okay, so we've been gathered here again today. Are you praying?
No, I'm you lead. No, I'm just following. Come on. We gathered here today.
We gathered here today to talk some more shit about you men folks. D-Lo, I thought you was gonna have a friend. You in this fight alone.
I said possibly. I'm okay with fighting alone. I've been fighting alone for a long time.
Your chest hurt? Is your chest gonna hurt?
My chest ain't gonna hurt. What you talking about? Some things that feelings? Nah.
So men don't have feelings. You ain't got
I ain't
feelings.
saying men in general.
No, they don't.
Nobody but myself.
They don't.
Men just know how to deal with their feelings in a more rapid motion. We don't sit and ponder and linger on things for long.
I barely ponder on them.
Figure it out.
I was gonna say, is there a problem?
How would you know?
I don't think so. I think it's more
you sit there and you watch it,
I'm gonna do it and then
through a man's head.
Wait, how you gonna ask women who experience men on a regular basis? How do we know? That's like asking, how do you know your child is up to no good when they're quiet? What do you mean? What you mean?
Okay. And that makes sense because you possess the same stems.
So let me ask you a question.
Your brain to that other person's brain.
Let me ask you a question.
A woman, nobody knows anybody better than somebody that lives with or been with.
Absolutely. So that's what you were going towards my question. So my question is, have you ever cheated before?
Me?
No.
Yes.
Yes.
Nah, the other nigga.
So since you cheated in that moment, did you think about it or did you just do it?
I thought about it and then I did it.
So, but did you think about the other person's feelings before you did it?
Not really.
Okay, then. So I'll rest my case on y'all.
That was a long time ago, though. That was a long time ago.
I know, but what I'm saying is, you don't think, you do, and then you have to cover up because you didn't think about the bigger picture. You just thought about in that moment.
If you haven't matured since that stage, I guess.
Of course.
Yeah, some men do remain in the adolescent state.
Oh, trust me, I know. You don't grow up till you're 50.
Some people.
So do you believe that emotional intelligence is a thing?
Yes.
Emotional intelligence?
Yes.
Can I get a definition? Can you use that in a sentence, please?
Emotional intelligence. A degree to which an individual understands their emotions and the emotions of other people.
Oh yeah.
Something like this.
That's the best I can
Like
do without emotional maturity.
That's how to help
what
you.
You're talking
like
about.
a toddler. You know how they get mad when they're sleepy and they cry?
They do
Instead of
everything
just taking
but lay
their
the
ass
fuck
to
down.
bed. Exactly.
Yeah, you can
That.
learn a person like that. Have emotional intelligence and read people in what state of mind they're in based on their demeanor or their movement or just subtle things that go on. I guess nuance.
Okay, so why is the niggas out here in this world over here acting like women just made this shit up?
Because they are, well, me per se, I feel like most men feel that way because they was raised by just their mama and seeing their mama do it all. So if mama's been strong and they've never seen her cry or she's dealt with it and they've never heard her complain, in their mind, that's how women operate, even though it's wrong. To see it all, see her do it all.
I'll give a little, I'll let a nigga slide with that. Just for a second, not too far.
But even though you know it's wrong, like your mama didn't make her by herself, but that's all you've seen. So in your mind, it's like, oh, that's what she does. Because us as mothers, we don't cry in front of them. We gonna cry in that shower and get back out like nothing ever happened. So they don't know, they don't feel it. So they'll never know, oh, my mom's really hurting. This is what's going on. I'm not in touch with my feelings. But then you also have those parents when little boys cry. I'm a victim of it too. When my babies cry, I say big girls don't cry. And I have to stop myself from doing that because big girls do cry.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, so that sort of slides into what the topic Lolo brought up, as far as like roles being reversed and et cetera and et cetera. So, why is it that, like for me, like I heard what you said, I read what you said, and it sounds like hypocrisy to me. I'm gonna tell you why. Why is it that dudes absolutely love the fuck out of their single mother? I'm talking about not a Mother's Day goes by when a nigga ain't talking about how wonderful and lovely his subjectively beautiful mother may be and all the wonderful things she did and all the shit she went through for him. But then the rest of the 364 days out the year, they clowning single women, single mothers, and talking about the shit that particularly black women, obviously, we black folks, speak for our community, particularly black women deal with because of you niggas. Why is it cool for mama and not cool for us?
Because there's a lot of women out here that are completely different from our mothers. What do you mean? That's the obvious and evident. The time is different.
What do you mean that she's completely different from your mama?
The way women behave and deal with things are completely different from the way we and our mothers deal with things. What you mean, Earth? Your friend literally just got done saying that. Right?
You talking about your mama is completely different from the generation now. I bet you your mama got her ass tooted up to Uncle Luke a time or two. Don't act like Cardi and Megan just started it. Don't act like Luther Vandross never had your granny hot and heavy. Honey. Don't act like she never
forgot about Betty Wright. Tonight's the night, okay?
The whole approach.
Let's not do that.
The whole approach that women carry and take to men nowadays is completely different.
But do you think it's men? Because
I think the
world is going to be slightly right.
It's not going to be that you're not going to get the same result using a different approach. If you use a different approach, then you're going to get different results. You see the way women carry themselves, and now I don't want to be too judgmental. Now y'all already jumping me. But take a strong look.
Sorry, we learned this at Roosevelt.
Not the people in our age bracket. Not the people in our age bracket. Just one step under that, though.
I'm trying to figure out. Okay, what's that age group? What? Give me some numbers.
I'm talking about the way the I guess anywhere from 21 to 27, 8ish.
Okay.
I know you
Hey.
older than that, so we ain't gotta do too much thinking
I'm right
about
in the middle, baby boy. I don't know what you're talking about, but come on.
it. So look at how that part of society is driven nowadays. Look at every single post that you scroll past as you going down social media and you look and just be like, I wouldn't have said that. You look and you see the way that they think now. Off back. So if they already
Okay.
showing this publicly, why would I consider taking anything else seriously? You already
Because you're an
expressed.
individual and people are individuals, and you probably shouldn't group everybody together because there just might be an exception
No,
to the
you
rule out
shouldn't.
there.
You shouldn't group everybody together. You should probably go off statistics.
Or you should probably
Seven out
just
of
go
ten
off
times.
of your
7 out of 10
experience.
times. That's the 7 out of 10 times. I'm gonna see an ignorant post from a female or something that's bashing men, something that's uh I guess more in a
All
ratchet
right.
atmosphere of things. Just
Okay,
something negative.
so men
So
don't
let's
bash
just
Then
women.
pause right there.
yeah, but it's in response.
You think
It's
it's
tit
in
for
Pause
tat.
response?
right there.
It's tit for
Let me
tat.
hold at
It's tit for tat, and it's because women hold too much pride nowadays. Women hold too much pride. They hold so much pride they want to compete with a man's pride, and that's just not how things are originally designed, and that's not how it was back then when our
All
Back
right,
then,
so
mothers
let me pause.
was
Let me
growing up.
pause you right here.
They
While
bit
you
their
talking
tongue
about
a little more. They didn't hold so much
something,
pride. They took more time to be more
that's
submissive
because back
and
then,
understanding and reciprocative of what a man actually brought to the table and his contribution
you talking
without
about
because
the
taking it
back
men
outside,
then,
table that
without
had
taking it too
fish.
because
far
back
outside
then
of that,
men were only
without taking it
allowed
too
Hold
to
on,
far
bring
Tayana.
outside
food
of
to the
that.
table.
Hold on, Tayana, tag me in.
I'm finna.
Yeah, I tag you in.
Okay, so you talking about back then? You mean back then where you had a family on Harrison Street, but then you had another family on Van Buren? That same back then,
Are you talking?
or here you go, there you go.
Are you talking about the time when women didn't even have rights to vote for their like anything, couldn't get a
Nah, I ain't
job,
talking
couldn't
about
do
that
shit
time.
else? Are you talking about that time when it was on the men to take care of the women? Is that what you're talking
What
about?
they got to do
Or
with
are you
today?
talking about the Hey Barbara This Shirley back then?
No, I'm talking about the way women respected men back then. I'm just talking about respect. I ain't talking about the struggles and not being able to get a job or go to the movies and all that other stuff that y'all talking about right after
Was
slavery.
it
I ain't talking about that.
respect or
I'm
was
just
it
talking about
manipulation?
Ooh, because
no.
I bring
It was
home the bacon. What
it
you
was
gonna do
seeing
now?
things and seeing the reality of things and dealing with them in a different fashion in which women deal with them today.
Do you
But
think
men
that
back
It
women
then
ain't
were
today
everything.
also
have
It
the
ain't
very
same
everything
integral
can't
too.
just
struggles though?
automatically be handed to them nowadays, and it don't work like that.
I will say that there has been a smidge of entitlement that's got a little too far on behalf of people with vaginas. I will say that. However, I would
Absolutely.
like to say also that men have been setting this stage for decades, and now y'all are upset at the results.
No, men
As a
haven't.
whole,
Men haven't. Men, actual men haven't. The people who've been in the light and
penis
who had the
people.
spotlight, pretty much entertainment, I guess you could say, have been pretty much drawing the perception of the world and how it should be. And them niggas be
And
dogs.
the majority of entertainment is and was whom? Outside of the past 10 years, let's say,
You
outside the
talking
past
about
maybe
men?
15 years, who has
Men?
made up the entertainment? Okay, cool. So if men went from serenading women and singing songs that got women all hot and bothered and wanting to cater to them, has now
Crying in
turned
the
into
rain.
bitch, suck this, do this, sob on my knob and corn on the
Yep.
cob.
Yes.
And you
And
know what? And
Yes.
you know
now,
what? And you know what? Right after they get done making that song, right after I get done making that song, probably about 15 strippers gonna be in the club dancing to the same lyrics, shaking that
That
ass
y'all
to a
gonna give
song
us
I
the
just
money
told a
to.
bitch shake that ass to, and
So
gonna be
you
okay
people
with it.
doing the job they applied for?
If you gonna
Y'all
accept it,
people.
if you feed somebody something and they accepting it, why switch up the recipe?
But here's my thing: why feel like it's okay for that to be done to
I ain't say it
women?
was okay. I'm just telling you the reality of the thing. I ain't say it was okay. I'm not that type of person, but this is the people who are in the spotlight.
Which is true.
Well, let's talk about
Because
this
I was
here
watching
in
Love
this
After
The
Lockup.
young girls see this and they become attracted to this because they see it so much. This gotta be this must
Right.
be it.
Because I
This
was
is what it's
watching
like.
Love After Lockup, and dude got out of jail, and he was like, "Oh, I'm finna be a rapper. I'm finna get in the studio," and his manager was like, "Yeah, you gotta take your ring off." So it's cool to portray being a pimp, but it's not cool to portray, all right, I'm this person, but I'm married.
I just want to know why it's cool. I just want to know why it's cool to disrespect women and shit on women, yet at the same time lust after them so badly as y'all do.
Absolutely.
And swear
That's
y'all want to
human
do
nature.
it. Swear y'all
That's
want to
human
ride it.
nature.
But then in the same breath, we still in the same breath. Y'all want us to respect and love unconditionally the shit out of y'all. Make it make sense for me, because like I said, I've
I ain't asked
had
for
a
none of that.
concept and this ain't adding up.
I ain't asked for none of that. I ain't asked for none of that.
Honestly, I don't
I ain't asked for none of that.
Okay, so
that
let's
there's
rewind this back to the beginning of the conversation. When you cheated on whoever you cheated on, at whatever point in time you cheated on them, did
When
you
I
cheat
cheated on
on them?
whoever I
And
cheated
then when
on,
they
I was 17 years old. I was a boy.
okay, but pause. In that moment though,
I never cheated since I was 17 years old, ever.
Okay, well, thank you for putting that out there for the women that may be watching. Now, my question is though, when you did what you did you expect homegirl to just carry on with business as normal?
right.
No, I ain't planning on the
Did you
last
flash out on her for finding out?
I ain't care. It wasn't gonna last too much longer after that anyway.
Then why didn't
It
you just
already.
So
break
why
up
not
with
just
her?
leave? So why not just leave?
Because I was 17 and I ain't care. What can I say?
That's fair. He was 17. I don't
I
want
was
to
still
discuss what
growing.
I did
I
at
ain't trying to
17.
Let
blame
me
it on
ask you this.
immaturity. I ain't trying to blame it on immaturity, but I mean that's what it is. That's what it was. I made immature mistakes. Everybody do.
So let me ask you a question. If it was you that was being cheated on by her,
I would have felt shitty.
would you have left or would you have to work it out?
I would have left. I ain't no goofy.
So that's my thing. A lot of men can do it. But the minute it is done to them, oh my God, give them a Percocet 30. They need oxygen because they about to die.
Okay.
It's
And
cool
you know
when
what?
they do it.
And you know what?
It's probably when I do it.
No, you know what? It's completely up to you as a grown adult and as an independent individual to get up and decide to leave that situation. If you decide you want to give a person another chance, you made that decision, no matter what the person
said. But most
said.
men expect women
You the
to
one who has
stay
to
after
flip
they've
that
done
switch,
that.
yes or no.
Most men would be like, "Oh, you gonna leave me after all of this? Everybody
And that's
leave
when the
me."
manipulation
And it's
starts.
like,
You
women
gonna
do the
leave me
same
like
thing.
everybody
Women
else?
do the
right,
same
You
thing.
never loved me.
exactly.
Women do the same
But
thing.
if I
Women
do
do
it
the
to
same
you,
thing.
no,
No,
because
do
if
women
I,
tell the
no.
truth? Do women tell you everything she done did for your motherfucking ashy monkey ass? Before,
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I ain't never been in no situation where nobody had to do nothing
But you
for me.
got homies, and y'all talk,
No, I
and y'all
don't.
got
My
y'all
people
group
don't move
chat
like
just
that.
like we.
My people don't move like that.
So it's
So
just
you
a
just have
group
an
of faithful
entire
Barack
circle of
Obamas.
outstanding gentlemen.
No,
You
I
have
ain't
just
saying we faithful.
always had
So he's saying it's a bunch of papooses and
We
Obamas
honest.
in his
We
circle.
honest and we upfront. Period.
You can be honest and upfront about bullshit too.
We don't be
Y'all
moving
will
around
keep
like
it
that.
real. Y'all will keep it real about y'all bullshit with each other. This when y'all in front of us. When the pheromones get in the air, shit switch up.
Yeah.
It's nature.
So what you're saying is that it's just in nature that men can dish it, but they can't take it.
It's in nature for men. It's in nature for men to desire women in general.
That's cool, and it's in nature for women to desire men, and apparently in nature for women to desire women, and women that men and men that want to be women and all that other shit.
We were put on this planet to be mated with one person for a lifetime, and that's just the reality of things. We
Are
you
try.
creating?
let
We
me just
try.
say,
We try. We try. We try.
listen, let me just say, monogamy, what you're talking about, is yet another invention by men. So, again, y'all set the
No,
stage for
because a
this.
man ain't never say he wanted one woman.
If you scroll through your history books, the few chapters,
Don't show men with
you
multiple
can
wives
go.
because he wanted
No, because
women
God
in
created
general,
Adam and
in a
Eve,
multitude.
not Adam, Eve, Elena, and Arena,
Hey, I ain't
I
take a bite out of the
mean,
apple.
and maybe Aaron on the side.
I ain't take a
y'all
bite out of the apple.
absolutely. You didn't do it, but
We
your
didn't
Again,
either.
you
predecessors,
made
your
an adult
ancestors
decision.
did.
Again,
We
you made a
didn't either.
decision. Again, you made a decision to take a bite out of the apple, and all
I
in all
didn't.
stubbornness. After what
Let me
somebody
I
just
told you,
say
you did
that
what somebody told you not to do.
that's also another lie
You can't
men
play that.
created.
Nah,
That's
you can't play that.
another.
Everything men created. Hey, wait,
You know
hey,
what?
well, be grateful.
Me and
It
Big
look like
Fat
we
was gonna
created
have a long
everything.
conversation.
It sounds like y'all should be grateful then. You
Why
keep
would I
coming
be
up saying
grateful
men
for this
created.
shit y'all
Because you say
created?
saying men created. Why is your only counter men created that, men created that, men created that lie?
Because
That
your
is true. Tell me
predominant
what's not
argue.
man-made. Tell me what's not man-made that I'm supposed to believe in, other than what
Hair
I
care
already actually
products.
seen in reality and what I've been told and what I've seen over time period, history.
How about
Give
this?
me something that I'm
The
supposed
woman
to
You
believe
created
in
the
just
man.
that's not
told
man-made.
me. I just
There
tried
you
to give
go.
you a small bit of history, and you didn't want to hear it. But now you asking me about history. You want to
Cause
hear
Yeah,
what
but
I'm
I have to
literally,
he
say.
we
talking about
literally,
what did we
we
do?
already speaking history. We
We
speaking
made
history,
the
and you telling
man
me my history is false. What makes your history more real than mine?
because
More
we
true than
made it.
mine?
First of all, this is about a belief. I'm not going to argue with you about what you believe, but
Alright,
what has
see?
been proven, and has
Okay.
been put out in the world, whether you choose to accept it or not. I could tell you it's snowing where I'm at right now, and just because you don't see it, you may not believe it, but it is. So,
Yes,
if
ma'am.
the facts are out there and you just choose not to accept it, that doesn't make it any less of a fact. That means you just don't want to believe it because it doesn't fit your narrative.
Okay,
So,
cool.
like I said, if you scroll through your history book,
Which
about
one?
chapter 37, you
Which
will
one?
see that back in the days of the Roman
What
Empire,
part of the library am I gonna find this book?
listen, use your encyclopedia. Damn it, did they teach you how to use the Dewey Decimal System? Use
Damn,
it.
I gotta use a book to get to another book. I ain't trying to do all that. That's too many steps. Just pulling me to the right aisle in the library.
That's
You need to
lazy.
do all that.
That's
Just Google it,
lazy.
bro.
Your ancestors used to do it. Why you
Hey,
can't?
tell y'all to tell them to ask Jeeves.
You better ask
Hey
Siri,
Siri.
ask Jeeves if you would rather speak to a man. Either one. Google. What's Google? Is Google like are they like fluid? What's Google? Ask Google if you're more comfortable with Google, but ask
Yeah, and
somebody.
Siri will do it for you.
I might ask one later.
This is the topic you wanted to talk about, so
No, I didn't.
Do you feel
I
like,
was just throwing stuff up there.
yeah, okay, so do you feel like you would rather be in a gender specific role in a relationship, or
do
we
you
do
feel like
what
that
we
just don't
do?
fit the time?
Right.
What you mean? I don't want to be in a
So,
relationship at all.
Let me ask you specifically a question. Okay, let's say you're in a relationship with a woman. Let's say that your goal is to be married. Your goal is to be married. You want a wife, okay? So if you're dating this person, you're dating them potentially because you want to marry them, right? Now, you work, she works. Y'all are splitting the bills 50-50. Do you expect her to go work the same hours you work, pay the same bills you pay, and then come home and take on the responsibilities of the household and the children and everything in between too?
No. I always pay
Okay.
majority of the bill. I pay majority of the
All
bills, so
right.
she has to work less. She can work if she wants to. If she want to make some extra expenses for us to do extra curricular things or something like that more, then that's cool. But I'm the type of person that I see what contribution you bring, and I reciprocate that same energy. If I see that you tired and you don't feel like cleaning, then I'm a clean. And even if I don't, I just come in. Sometimes I'm in a good mood, so I just be cleaning. I just be like that. I turn off the music and I just clean, or I just feel like I want to eat a certain thing for dinner, so I grab some shit on the way home and I cook dinner without asking what's for dinner. I mean, not everybody is gonna be moving like that, but it'd be a lot easier
Right.
for the relationship if they did. You know what I mean?
Right.
But all I can do is I can say it. I know I talk crazy, but in the reality of things, I'm really a nice guy when it comes to like my relationship or whatever. I'm just in
Nice
savage
guys
mode.
don't
Or
have
do
to
you
I'm
say
just in
feel
nice
savage.
like
guys.
I'm just in
that
savage mode right
standard?
now, though. I'm just in savage mode right now, though. You know.
Look, Chucky was a nice
So do
guy
you
too.
think that it's fair for men or niggas, penis holders, little boys, whatever you want to call them? Do you feel like that's fair for anybody to think that that's cool?
No.
That was cool. That somebody should come and take over all these other duties after they just carried on the same
And still
workload that
have
you
to have
had. Nah,
sex
of course not.
at the end of the night.
Right. And then
I
take care
mean,
of you
if
when
you
it's all said and done.
if everything is going, if the chemistry is there and everything is going right, you shouldn't have to feel like it's a chore. It should come from both of y'all. You should be able to look at
No.
somebody, and they look at you, and
And you know.
And you just want to
it's
do
nice.
shit. You just want to make their life easier.
You don't gotta
Just make
ask
them
for a
happy.
beg or nothing like that. If you got a beg, then it ain't really that. It ain't gonna be enjoyable if you gotta do all that.
Yep.
Where's my little paper church pad? Hold on, Jesus.
You
Wait a
might as
minute.
well go
Look,
put it in
look,
the napkin
I'm
at
finna-
that point.
Look, at
Hold
this
on. Let me
point,
get the thing from the dealership. Get the little thing.
I think the
What do they leave
problem-
this shit in people's cars?
girl, I think the problem with our generation and relationships now is everybody want to be the, oh, I ain't got no feelings. I'm gonna hurt you before you hurt me. And it's just like, if we're all like that, there's no way a relationship can work. Like, it has to be
That's true, but at the
18.
same time,
You gotta be
after
selfless.
years and years of being heartbroken and sad, I know you done had several sad songs on your motherfucking MySpace page. Like, how many years have we been sad as shit listening to Amanda Perez and motherfucking, what's the boy talking about? Look me in my eyes if you feel my pain.
What's that dude that do One Chance when he was like, I'm rushing home?
Listen, women have been tired. Women done got tired of being motherfucking hurt by the people they do the most for. I get it. I motherfucking get it. But then when you get these women that are sick of it and be like, you know what, this ain't right, and I'm going to say something about it, y'all want to get mad at them. Y'all want to talk shit about Meg. Y'all want to talk shit about Cardi. But y'all love Lil Kim. Y'all love Trina. Like, y'all fuck with Foxy Brown.
Mm-hmm.
But the women that's over here making the listen, y'all, my neck, my back, come on, I swear to God, every nigga in the room is gonna be looking for the first bitch to bust it open. Like, y'all
on the floor.
Women. But y'all hate the ones that's trying to empower women and say, yeah, fuck these niggas the same way they saying fuck you. Why is it cool when y'all do it? We've been bitches and hoes and scallywags and everything else.
And I won't promote none of that either. So I don't know. I mean, y'all talking to the wrong guy when it comes to that. I won't never promote none of that.
It's not about you promoting.
I might sing along.
Okay, guess what? You're not promoting it. That's cool. You can sing along. That's cool. However, you're experiencing the results of it. Like, you are on the back end of the bullshit. That should make you feel some kind of way.
It do make me feel some type of way. It just make me feel like it's time to be inside.
All right, I think that's a smooth place to cut it. Y'all just gonna have to come on back for the rest now. In the meantime, in between time, I need you guys to check out, like, follow, and share our Facebook and TikTok pages. Make sure you're checking out them reels and commenting. And also, check out D'Angelo's new single from his upcoming album, DND. And you can check out his music that's already in the streets on Apple Music and Spotify.
Fancy clothes, don't need no matching. We don't need no diamond chains, don't need the finer things. I'm cool with just living comfy, as long as you still want me.